Hi everybody, thank you for stopping by today. For those of you that are new here, my name is Melody and I have a business called Inner Symmetry Fitness where we focus on balancing the mind and strengthen the body so that you can find your inner symmetry. Inner Symmetry as a whole, I created it back in 2016 and it's always kind of run in the background. It was never really my daily focus. I almost always had another job, whether it was in fitness or unrelated, always kind of going and I was doing training in the background and teaching classes here and there, but it was never my full-time focus. 2026 is changing that. So this is it. I have quit all of my other employment and I am solely dedicated to inner symmetry. This is the future for me. So I welcome your feedback, your involvement in the business, and letting me know where I can help you. That is my ultimate focus here as we move forward. In saying that, I wanted to tell you about a couple of things that are coming. I was really hoping to have my website up and ready for the start of the year, so that you could, go to the website, book an appointment, do all of those fun things right off the bat. But it is proving to be more challenging than I thought. It is a lot more time consuming. There are so many options and I've really just been overwhelmed at the extent of what all has to happen for it to be what I want. I've had a couple of things created and it never resonated with me. So back to the drawing board. But that doesn't mean that we can't start something. So we're going to start out old school. My email address will be out on everything. I have my social media pages and this channel. So we're going to start there. We'll start with the old way of doing it. Contact me, book an appointment, and we'll go from there. And as the website and things follow, I'll keep you updated on that. So some of the first things that are coming, I am officially open for bookings for Reiki. If you're not familiar with Reiki, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe and like, as I will be posting a video about Reiki. It is something that I really never foresaw myself involved in. I come from a very religious background, Christian background, where things like Reiki were very much not appropriate and not seen in the way that I see it. It took me diving into the science. It helps having a child that's studying physics and astronomy to be able to talk to me about some of the physics that's going on in the energy around us, for me to understand what I've experienced personally, and then be able to kind of start applying it. So I've done a lot of background before coming to this point because I really wanted to be strong in it to be able to support anybody who was looking for Reiki treatments. I'm hoping to expand that even more. But for the meantime, we're going to start small. So I do have appointments that I will be booking for that, mostly during the day for the immediate near future. I will expand it, and I do have some availability in the evenings. So if you're, working a regular 9-to-5 job and you're not able to get to see me during the day and you're interested in an appointment, please just message me and we'll see how we can fit you in, because I would love to have you experience how Reiki has changed my life and how it can change yours. Reiki is one piece of the puzzle. So there's a lot of conversation. I'm sure everybody has heard how stress is so impactful on your health and your well-being, and we all need to reduce stress, and we all need to do all of these wonderful things to calm our nervous system. That is ultimately what we're talking about, is calming the nervous system in the body. So let's bring it back to the science, and doing so will help give your body a chance to heal like it should. We know the body can heal. You cut your finger and it will heal itself. It will repair if you give it the right place to do so. You give it the right situation and the right surroundings to heal, and it will. Same as the rest of your body. give it the right situation, give it a chance to rest, relax, and recover, and it will heal itself. So Reiki sessions will be available here in my studio. I have 30 and 60-minute sessions, and then I just ask that you account for an extra 15-20 minutes so we can have a little conversation and debrief. And I will also be doing distance Reiki. So if you're looking to you're not able to come to my studio, we can do a distance session over the phone or over Zoom, whatever works for you. And we will have those whenever we can get them scheduled in for you as well. That is part one. So Reiki is only a piece of the puzzle for me this coming year. The next thing that I wanted to bring forward, which kind of ties into one of the biggest myth statements that I hear from people regularly, especially when I say that I'm a yoga instructor, and that's, what I really recommend for people to add into their day to be able to reset their nervous system and tune in. The biggest pushback I get is, I'm not flexible enough. I've tried yoga. It's not for me. My body doesn't move that way. And what I want to do is start just completely debunking this statement, because I came to yoga because my body wouldn't handle anything else. I come from a very heavy training side of things, where I was teaching, at one point of time, I was teaching 14 classes a week, and I was overtraining my body. There is too much of a good thing, for sure. And I was never giving my body the chance to recover. It builds up. Sometimes you don't know that it's happening until it's too late and your body says, I've had enough. Add that to all of the stress and everything else in my life, and my body shut down. I was no longer able to do a push-up. I wasn't able to do squats. Some days I was lucky to get out of bed. And if you had have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said, I'll be in a wheelchair in 6 months. That's how the progression felt for me. And the only thing that I was able to do was yoga. So I can immediately say to those of you that say you can't, you can. And it's more about learning what that is and how to do so. Now, my process of stepping into yoga was a little bit different. I already had exposure to yoga. I had already been to yoga classes. So it wasn't as foreign to me as it might be to some of you. Maybe you've only heard the term yoga and have never experienced a class, or have only seen pictures of those yogis who are bent like a pretzel posting their pictures. And I can tell you that is not what is at the heart of yoga. So the very first thing I wanted to create was a space that I can help educate others into how yoga can be beneficial in your life, and how you can learn to do it on your own. And that's kind of the key of what I want to bring into my space and my business. I want to empower you to be able to make the changes for yourself. It is great to say that yoga is what you need to do, but if you can't afford to go to a yoga class, which on average a yoga class is $25 an hour to go to, plus you've got to drive, your time, your effort to go. We can do it ourselves. You really don't need to have somebody to guide you through when you know how to listen to your own body. There's a lot of resources, a lot of YouTube channels that you can follow now if you're just looking for something different. But at the heart of what yoga means and what it does for your body and that reset, you don't need somebody else to guide you through it. So what I wanted to create was a little workshop to help teach you how to build that introspection for yourself. Introspection, a big fancy word for being able to tune into your own body, to know what you're feeling and where and how and what that means for you. And that is a key. Yoga is a very personal experience. It does not matter if you go to a class and the instructor asks you to touch your toes. If you can't, you're going to think that it's out of the ballpark for you. And that's not what it's for. The point is to be able to take your body towards that goal And where is it at right now? What do you feel? What do you notice? So what I've created is a really short 3-week workshop where you will choose whichever day works for you. I will have a Monday evening, a Wednesday morning, and a Thursday evening available. So you choose which day of the week works. Come to me for 3 weeks, and we will be building on the week prior, where I'm going to strip down yoga, and I'm going to teach the very, very early basics and what I call the core foundational moves of most yoga classes. I'm going to teach them to you in a way that you can start to feel it in your own body, and not necessarily what does it look like, because that is not what asana means postures and poses in yoga. That is not what they are designed to be, is to look like a specific point and everybody should match, because your body is very different than mine. Your joints are aligned differently than mine. You've had wear and tear differently than mine. So what I look like on the mat isn't going to be what you look like. And I think we need to remove the imagery that comes with what we think yoga is and what we think we should look like. So I'm going to strip it all down for you. We're going to start right at the basics with breathing. We're going to work our way all the way through all of the moves in sun salutation, which is a great beginner thing. I consider sun salutations to be the one thing that everybody could add into their day, even if you don't have time to do a full class. A sun salutation will target every piece of your body and give you a fighting chance at the day. So we're going to start with those basics, strip them right down, offer you modifications. So if you have injuries that have kept you out of going to a yoga class because maybe you were able to do certain moves, maybe you have a knee issue and you see that they're on hands and knees a lot and you know that that's not attainable for you, we can work around that. And there are lots of tools available. I'm going to teach you how to use those tools and to be able to make and find modifications for yourself. Idea being, I want to empower you so that you know you can do small things for yourself without anybody else, but also to feel like you have the confidence to go to a yoga class and know that you can do what is in front of you, and to know where you can make adjustments without needing an instructor. Because let's face it, some instructors are not great at noticing that you might need a modification or offering you a different modification. I want to be able to show you that you can learn it for yourself without having to go study yoga like instructors have. I'm going to teach it to you kind of like an instructor. We're going to start at the beginning. So I just wanted to, what I did is I kind of stepped back to what it was like for me to go to my very first yoga class. And it was many years ago. But I remember going to the class and walking into the studio feeling like there was a world of etiquette and language that I had no idea what it was. I was very overwhelmed. And I remember hitting the mat for the first time thinking, I think I'm going to die in here. There's no way I can do this for an hour. How are these people even still following her? I'm caught 4 moves behind. So I want to remove some of that for you and give you a chance to come into a very informal space. So this will not be a time frame of coming in and just doing a class with me. It will be an informal classroom style where we're going to talk about the moves. We're going to break them down. My space is only big enough for 3 people at a time and then myself. So there are only 3 spots for each time slot. It is a very personal one-on-one type of interaction that we will be having. So we will work through whatever you need to work through here in the time frame that you're with me. It's just short, 3 weeks, not a lot of dedicated time. And then what I'm hoping to do is add like the next level after we start there. But let's start at the beginning, because that is what I hear the most, is that most people think that they can't do yoga. And we have gotten so far away from what yoga is in Western culture especially, yoga has kind of taken on this fitness aspect and has lost the deep philosophy of tuning into yourself to be able to calm your nervous system and to let the body recover and heal itself, and to be able to listen to your body, to know what it needs, to know when you need to rest, to know when maybe you should go pick up a set of dumbbells and start doing some strength training. Yoga will really touch all of those parts. So the 3-week session will be announced. It's being announced now. I'm going to put the pricing information out on my socials very shortly. And if you are interested in any of those spots, so in total right now I will have 9 spots available. So 3 on Monday, 3 Wednesday morning, 3 Thursday evening. And if you're interested, just send me an email, shoot me a message, and we will get you registered for those spots. They'll be starting in 2 weeks. So starting the week of January 19th is where I'm going to start the first one. If for some reason you are not available for the day or the hours that I have posted for this round, please send me a message. I would love to know when more people are available. Maybe there's a different day that I could offer something or add another one to accommodate for more of you. I know that our schedules are all over the place, and for most of my friends in this area, you're living in the arena right now with hockey season. So I know how challenging it can be to be taking kids to different things and to find the time for yourself. But I really do urge you, as we start 2026, it is time for you to start listening to yourself, to listen to your body. If you don't slow down and start paying attention to yourself, your body will stop you. That is how it works. If you overload the system beyond the point of it being able to renew and regenerate itself, it will shut down. And that was the case for myself. I took my own body and my own traumas, my stress level, everything just kind of compounded on me and said, that's enough. You're gonna stop. And it made me stop. So let's get ahead of it. Let's not go to that point. If you're already at that point, especially for those of you that might be suffering from autoimmune issues, things like fibromyalgia, ankylosing spondylitis. I hear a lot about that one lately, which is unique because it wasn't that common, and now it seems like a lot of people are being diagnosed with it. Let's talk. Let's see how we can get some movement-based activities back into your life. I am also available for personal training as well as private yoga coaching. So if the workshop isn't quite what you're looking for and you're looking for somebody to work one-on-one with you and offer you a specific yoga class, let me know. I'm happy to build that for you and guide you through as well. I will be opening up meditation sessions as well. That will be coming a little bit later, but just know that that is coming, and I'm hoping to build some of these videos around being short meditation sessions that you can use at home for yourself. And then the workshops. So there's a lot of things coming out. I will also have the program Exercise for Depression Management coming. So if you are somebody who is suffering from depression, anxiety, whether you're already taking medication or not, if you're working with a therapist or not, it doesn't really matter. If you're suffering, let's have a conversation. I want to be able to help you work through it in a very safe space from somebody who lives it and breathes it. I have suffered most of my life, and I have finally learned the tools on how to help manage my own emotions, my own depressive and anxiety symptoms regularly. And it doesn't mean that they don't still flare here and there. That's just the way that it goes. You can't strip down all of the programming in your brain in a short period of time. It's taken since your birth to develop. So we have to really scale back and slow things down and take a deeper look to see what's happening. So if any of that resonates with you and you would like to have a conversation with me, please send me a message or an email, send a comment here. I would love to hear how I can help you or what you would like to see in the future from me. Otherwise, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, and let's see how we can build this 2026 together. I'm really excited for this year ahead, and I know that we can change lives together. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.